Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Soulful Self-Love Sunday. I am Cheryl Rozovsky, the owner of SoulfulInteriors.com, and today we're going to talk about consistency. So I'm just going to wait a minute. I've moved the lives and I've sort of informed everybody that the lives are now on my Facebook page at Soulful Interior. So I'm just going to give a minute to see if anyone is jumping on. So today I really want to talk about this because it's important to me. It's something that has eluded me for so long. And I think it is something that is really critical to self-love. I think that being able to be consistent in our, my nose is, it's so embarrassing. My nose is always drifting and I do not have allergies. I've been tested and I do not have allergies. But yeah, my nose continues to drip. So consistency. It's such an important thing in business and in life to be consistent in your relationships, to be consistent in your relationship with yourself, and to be consistent in doing your work in business. So the reason I wanted to bring up this topic was because I started on a regime in January, similar to many people who start off the new year with the intention of getting fit. And I made a commitment to go to the gym twice a week. And that was what I could manage within my schedule. And there is like a hair somewhere. So that is what I could manage to fit within my schedule. And I consistently, except for the 1 week that I had bronchitis, went to the gym. And let me see how to say this. At the time, I didn't make any dietary changes. So nutritionally, I was eating the way I was from the beginning. And even though I wanted to take off a lot of weight, I was thinking that doing the workouts on a consistent basis was going to be enough. And what was interesting was it wasn't until I saw a picture, I think it was on Facebook, on the internet somewhere, about someone whose weight, the number was the exact same, but their body had totally transformed, that I was like, okay, so maybe, the weightlifting and all the exercise that I'm doing is transforming my body and the numbers aren't necessarily going to show up. It wasn't until I decided 2 weeks ago to let go of sugar that things started to dramatically shift rather. So I took off 6 pounds in a matter of a week, and it's consistently going down now, continuing to go down. And I have been continuing to go to the gym twice a week. So the important, the reason I'm bringing this up is for several reasons. One is that consistently making a commitment to go and work out and be at the gym, with a trainer helping to guide me on my journey was a commitment that I had made to myself, to love myself. Like, I have osteoarthritis in my knees and I am determined to heal that. I am determined to heal my knees. I was told many years ago that I would have to have double knee replacement surgery. And I'm like, no, I am just going to strengthen all the muscles around my knees and take off the weight in order to reduce the strain on my knees. And therefore the knees are going to improve. And the interesting thing is this week at the gym, my trainer said to me, Cheryl, it's amazing. First of all, it's amazing that I could pretty much do a 90-degree squat now, which I never could do before. I could barely squat when I first started. And the amazing thing is that she wasn't feeling the cracking as much in my knees. So the point of this story, of this particular story, is that I am continuing to take consistent action towards my health. I made a commitment to getting healthier, and just recently got some somewhat scary information about my health, and I've decided that I am going to take even further, I'm going to use the word drastic, but further measures to ensure my health. So, you know, in the beginning, I didn't see results on the scale. And it wasn't until I let go of the sugar that the results on the scale started to make a difference. But my body is shifting. And, you know, the ability to get to the gym twice a week, you know, when things are difficult at the end of a very long day, is a commitment I made to myself, to loving myself. And I'm going to do it in the summer, regardless of whether people are outside doing whatever. I'm committed to continue to go. And so I want to ask you, how are you being consistent in your life? How have you shown up and made a decision to do something and consistently shown up? I've been doing this live video, and now that I've switched to my Facebook page, which I'm trying to do for Facebook algorithms, which I know very little about, but I'm told it's more important to do your live videos on your Facebook page, so less people are showing up, because I think even though I'm telling them, they're not getting the notification because they're not necessarily my friends. So like my Facebook page. If you're watching this in the replay, do like my Facebook page so you will get notifications when I am on live. And it's basically every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. But consistently, I have been showing up for this video, committed to sharing little tidbits about self-love for, it's now I think going on 10 or 11 weeks. So it's almost 3 months. And I am committed to doing this long term. And I'll tell you, last night I had a business session with one of my business besties, and we talked about her business and we talked about my business. And I am going to be doing a self-love challenge, the Summer of Self-Love, and that's going to be probably in July. And there'll be, and afterwards I'll be sharing some more of a launch I'm going to launch my course actually a little bit early, to get the beta round for the self-love course. So there is more to come, and just a little bit so that any of you who are watching this in the replay want to know, there are ways in which you can work with me if that's of interest to you. I have been doing these energetic business blueprint sessions for about 2 or 3 months now, and they have been phenomenally popular. People have had incredible results. We do a guided visualization to take you into your business 5 years down the road. We look at your blueprint of your business now, the energy and how it's working with flowing through. We look at the container of your business, and then we'll look at it 5 years down the road, and we'll look at how to get from where you are now to where you're going to be in the success of your business and the business container 5 years down the road. That is profound work. It's somewhat new. It's something, a combination of a bunch of different things that I've been doing over the years. And I just had a meeting with someone recently that sort of guided me back to doing the emotional healing work that I do. As I mentioned in the past, I am a journey practitioner, and it's one of my passions, and it's something that I don't do as often as I would like. So if that's something that's of interest to you, I don't have it on my website, so you can PM me. And the journey work is really a deep dive emotional healing work that is incredibly profound, and it will take you to coming to a place of forgiveness. I talked about forgiveness. I talked about the journey work one of the weeks that I talked about forgiveness. So, hey Janet, good to see that you made it here. Love you. Talking about the journey work that I do. And so if that's something, it's a really amazing, this work changed my life over the span, I think of it was 6 years that I was working to become a practitioner over the period from when I first got introduced to the journey. The healing work helped me heal, energy work of abandonment issues from childhood, from being adopted and losing my dad as a very young child. So it's very deeply profound work that can help you come to forgiveness for all parts of yourself that you feel need to sort of come together in forgiveness. And that's something you can private message me about. It's something I do. I'm still offering Soulful Self-Love Sunday not workshops. I get one-on-one sessions with clients who want to dive deeper. Wow, it's early this morning, into self-love work and want to look at, their self-love blueprint and how they're, moving forward and how they're loving themselves and how they want to love themselves and what practices and tools and techniques that they can use to put into practice, into play every single day to build a self-love practice in their life. So those are the ways in which you can work with me. And I just wanted to, I don't really normally take the time to share that, and I wanted to today. And Janet, do you have any questions? We were talking about consistency, and you know how Marie Forleo is so completely on top of consistency. And I was talking about how I have been super consistent with my workouts and now eating healthy and have had phenomenal results. And yes, I was tongue twisted. Consistency in my every single week for you guys. So what do you feel that you're consistent? Do you feel that consistency is important in your self-love practice? I'll wait a minute to see if you want to answer. I would love to hear. Maybe you're typing. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I've always kind of hated consistency. I've always been the one sort of following. I don't necessarily know that she's not into consistency, but I follow Lana Schlafer, and I'm in her, what's the name of the group? But it's a membership group, and Mila, something yourself. And it's, so the point is that I am all about being in alignment and what feels good. So sometimes doing these live videos, I'm like, what am I going to talk about? And sometimes I'm not inspired. But lately what I've been finding is if I take the consistent action to being prepared to do whatever it is I do, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's eating healthy, whether it's showing up with you guys or showing up in my business, and I'm prepared, I do the preparation, then it's easy to take this aligned action. Yeah, so if you do you have any more comments, Janet? Otherwise, I'm going to sign off for today and wish you guys a phenomenal Sunday. The clouds have shown up. Yesterday was the absolutely most beautiful, breathtaking sunny day. Today, it's all cloudy. So, okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you and wish you consistency always works for me. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Consistently doing, and I'll just add one last thing before I go, is I was watching a video that a friend of mine had sent me, and goodness gracious, I can't remember the name of the person who was doing the video, but they were talking about consistency and looking at how, thank you, Janet, you too, I just want to add one last thing, looking at how the percentage of growth that you have over doing things consistency, because sometimes you'll have a small percentage of growth, but it's called the compound effect. Anyways, that's a whole other topic, and but it comes from taking consistent, aligned action, and the compound effect is the percentage of increase that you'll have every single week from continually taking aligned action. So that is it for now. Love you guys so much, and leave me comments. I love your comments, and I will see you next week, and have a phenomenal week. Mwah. Bye.